Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Don't Hate Monday. I'm your girl, Kisei, and as always, we are here to reset, reflect, and rise. This week, we're diving into a topic that's essential for our well being: boundaries. Not walls, not barriers, but loving limits that protect our peace and honor our growth. But before we get deeper, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in truth. Let's affirm who we are, what we've come through, and what we're carrying forward. I honor my needs by setting clear, loving boundaries. Let's say that and mean it. I honor my needs by setting clear, loving boundaries. And as a woman, especially a woman at this age, we all know that this has not always been something easy for us to do. All right. Boundaries, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just able to, a lot of things change when you hit this age, but I'm just really able to set my boundaries and don't care who I offend. Because if I don't set these boundaries later on, I'm absolutely in my whole bag of emotions and trying to fight through things. Hey, I'm taping my podcast. I'm gonna call you back when I'm done.
All right,
Okay.
double
All
E
right.
to the double E to the double fucking E.
All right. Bye. So I know it's not always easy for us to keep boundaries, or hasn't always been. But when you get to this age, you're like, this is what I need for me, and I don't care if you're offended. You don't care. Our intention of the day is to recognize that saying no is an act of self love and not selfishness. Just like that. No. Before I used to always be like, okay, I'm going to say no and have to think about what I need to follow behind that. And this is one thing I learned from my auntie in my head, Michelle Obama. No, period. It does not need anything after it. If I said no, that's good enough. I don't want to. No, period. No. If that is for yes, no is an answer, Tam. Absolutely no. Not no and no. Period. Sorry if you don't understand it. This is, we really have to understand this is our life and what works better for us. We have to learn how to be more selfish because a lot of times women know how to be nothing but selfless. And then when you're selfless, you end up messed up. I was just texting a friend who is going through, she just found out that her husband was cheating and she was like, I let a lot of things go. And I'm like, girl, we're notorious for that. We're notorious for letting things go and just, turn ahead, but we can't do that. We have to learn how to tell ourselves, no, I'm not tolerating that, and really mean that because, like, right now she's going through a tough time because she's seen stuff, but we don't say no. We don't set those boundaries, and we should. Listen, Tammy, that's some real stuff. Like, when you set your boundaries, you really find out who's for you and who's not. And I have really come to the point like it's people like that with me too. Like, and I don't even care because I'm so confident in my no. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel, you know? So, yeah, let them fall out. Their loss, your gain for certain. Our word of the day is boundaries. The personal limits we set to protect our emotional, mental, and physical space. Period. The personal limits we set to protect our emotional, mental, and physical space. Like, period. That's it. And a lot of times we worry about if we set these emotions, set these boundaries, if people aren't going to talk to us or, is how is this going to affect their relationship if I say this? Girl, set that boundary because later on you'll really, really, really be happy with that. Really be happy with that. All right, so I'm looking today for our current events. Let's talk about the mansion that burned down over the weekend, the antebellum, the last antebellum mansion that burned down. And I was really digging into that and looking to that. The ancestors were very pleased, and the ancestors have definitely rose up and did that. I don't even know how. I think it started like, it was like a weird way it started, but whatever. It's just a frame standing, and everybody's talking about, oh, it's historical, and it's like, you know, it's a lot of souls that are going to be at peace because that is done. So no one was hurt. I'm happy about that, but the history that it carried, I'm not sad about that. Honey, the spirits were absolutely set free. And they were absolutely singing hymns. Yes, Tammy, they were absolutely set free. So, only thing I can say, I'm happy nobody got hurt. That's it. Now they can rebuild the situation, and it can be built in nobody's spirit is there. I might be getting off track for y'all, but that's what I believe in. So apparently Canada is having some wildfires too up there. Let's pray for those people up there. I caught a chill too, Tammy, and is bad because I was like watching several videos, like, oh, let me see this angle. Oh, let me see this angle. Sorry, not sorry. I also seen earlier that President Biden, I want to say something's wrong with him. I think he had some cancer or something like that. Aggressive prostate cancer, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, diagnosed with aggressive form of prostate cancer. So, definitely want to send a prayer up for President Biden that I don't want to see anybody hurt. He's a good man anyway. He never did anything to me. It's very sad. So, our celebrity birthday today, Pete Townsend turns 80. My assistant made this. I'm not really sure who Pete Townsend is. I want to see him. Oh, he's a British musician. Yeah. Oh, never mind there. Oh, well, happy birthday to him. Grace Jones absolutely would have shouted her out. She is 77 today. Grace been around forever. I don't know why I would have thought she was like 85, 90. She been around forever. And, oh, do I have people hearing me? I just heard a sound. I don't know where that sound came from. But Grace Jones is 77 today. And Grace has definitely been relevant since I can ever remember. I was a little girl remembering her, and I always oh, I hit my live goal. Oh, that's what that is. Thank you, Tammy. I'm like, what? I'm still trying to figure out the whole live thing over here on TikTok. It's a lot, and they're always doing something different. They did something different today on Instagram too. So I'm just figuring it all out. And who is he? We have David Hartman turns 90. He apparently was a host for Good Morning America. He's turning 90, so happy birthday with him. Happy birthday to him. All right, let's do a quick zoom through. We're not going to do a quick zoom through that. So let's talk about a self-care tip. Take 10 minutes to sit in silence. Reflect on where you need to set your boundaries and protect your peace. You really, really, really have to protect your peace. I mean, like, guys, I can't even stress that enough to make sure you're protecting your peace. And you have to really you have to really realize You have to find out what that means. When I say protect your peace, you have to find out what you need to do. That means as far as relationships, jobs, finances, you have to protect your peace. And it might be uncomfortable, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Good morning, Glam. How are you, sister? Good to see you. Good to hear your voice. Well, see you here and hear your voice too. I miss your face. Oh, on May 19th in 1925, Malcolm X was born. His legacy reminds us to walk in truth, pride, and power. Wow. My grandfather was born in 1925. He sure was. Our health tip of the day. So today, it's still Mental Health Awareness Month. If you guys have not seen the video that I dropped with me and my therapist, please go see that because it was so uncomfortable. And talking with her that day was another, like, it was like a whole nother therapy session because when we talk about me. One of my issues was, when I promise you, when we did that video, it was very uncomfortable for me. I felt like she was giving me therapy from a different angle. Like, almost like how when you be in church and you be like, is the pastor talking to me? Did somebody go tell him something? It was like, that's how I felt. And yes, she does know me, but it was like it came from a whole different opinion, a whole different point of view. Almost as if, like, well, this is what I've been wanting to tell you, but I've been trying to stay focused on what you called me for. So if you have not seen that, go see it. It's very uncomfortable in a great way. I hope to see you soon, Glammy. I hope to see you soon. I'm actually I'll resend that link out for everybody. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like how she did it this way. Yep, I don't like it that way. Yeah, it's all good though. Um, I do want to go through. I want to go through some horoscopes. I had her redo this a different way. I want to talk real quick too about AI now, because this is what I'm absolutely using right now. And well, I absolutely love AI. I absolutely love it. And the more you learn how to work it, it's just amazing. It's amazing, amazing. But it also can be, uh, thank you, Tam, you too. It also can be a little aggy. So I wrote my book. My book is coming out. It's the 30-day jump off. It was meant to be only for, well, not only, it was meant to start for, I wanted to start it like by May 1st so we could have 30 days to, you know, get prepared for summer. But the more I dive into AI, the more I realize that you have to be very specific. So what I should have told the book was, I want the book done. What I should have told it was, I want it done by May 1st so I can do a 30-day challenge. I didn't tell it that though. So it's all good though. I'm learning more and more and more. But what I want to tell you all, if you are an entrepreneur, you absolutely need to be using AI. When I tell y'all, it really levels the playing field for everybody. It really levels the playing field. All right, so let's go through some horoscopes. Aries, be mindful of your words, avoid misunderstandings. Taurus, impatience may cloud judgment. Practice patience. Gemini, embrace introspection. It's a time for reflection. Cancer, focus on emotional security and home life. Leo, tackle work challenges with confidence. Health is a priority. Virgo, small steps can lead to significant changes today. That's not just with Virgo, that's with everybody. Small steps. Libra, trust your instincts over excessive analysis. Scorpio, be open to new opportunities. Changes on horizon. That's me, and I believe it. Sagittarius, balance confidence with humility. Stay grounded. Capricorn, embrace discipline. Focus on long term goals. Aquarius, use intuition to navigate complex situations. Pisces, express yourself openly. Creativity is your ally today. So I want to talk about it tells well I'm Scorpio, so it says be open to new opportunities, changes on the horizon. So last week, and if you're spiritual, you can't live a sign free life if you're spiritual. I'm very spiritual, not religious, spiritual difference. So last week when I was out working out on the beach, I was, y'all know I love the beach, so I was there. And when I was done, I was wrapping up. It was a guy. He was walking. He was like, "When you're done, come up and look up. There's an eagle, a bald eagle." I could see the how I looked up and it was right there, and it was just like looking. I guess it was fishing. It was looking towards the water. It was fishing, you know. And I was just like, "Wow, a bald eagle! I never seen one." I was so excited. And I went home and I was telling my co-host Nasir, I was telling him about it, and he was like, "Do you understand?" I'm like, "I seen a bald eagle, you know." And then he really brought me up on the symbolism of it, and it really, really speaks to this new opportunities. It basically told me that the ancestors are confirming everything that I'm in the midst of doing. So it was big. And I was telling another friend about the eagle. He was like, "Oh, that's just like if you see a fox." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "If you see a fox, it means the same thing." Now, I've seen foxes, running around. But this particular day, the same day I seen the eagle, is the same day I seen a fox on my way to work. And this time, the fox was like real up close and personal. Like I was driving, and he was like right there in the field, and I was able to like really, really see him. Not like I've seen all the other ones, and he was so cute. But again, I didn't think much of it. I was flying to work. But when I told me that, I was like, wow. And then the angel numbers keep coming. So it's my dad. Well, I know it's my dad because it's 351. That's our old address. 9/11 is my mother's birthday, and 8/21 is my best friend's birthday. Those they're all passed away, and those numbers keep coming up. So I've been playing them too. They won't stop. They keep coming. Like, hey girl, I'm like, hey. So pay attention to what's going on around you. Be open to seeing signs if that's what you believe in, because they're all around you. They're all around you. All right. So what are you reading? Um, this is so I love to have a book for us to read when I talk about the podcast. This one here is I haven't looked at it yet. It's Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover. I haven't looked at it yet. I am still maybe I'll because I can't read all these books that I'm suggesting. But the book that I started last week, I'm going to backtrack, is called Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. And it is an amazing book for all women, especially I feel like any woman at this age, turning 50, going to be 50. Hey, Ladybug. We all need some kind of spiritual healing. And that book, I just started, but it's amazing. It's called Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, and I feel like we all should go listen to it. But this is going to be just as amazing. Set boundaries, find peace. We definitely have to be able to do that. And a lot of times we don't know how to set boundaries, so I'm assuming that let me look on audiobook and see exactly what it's about. Hey Ladybug girl, good morning. Good morning. All right, let me see this. Let me look on Audible. Guys, if you don't have, I have Audible. But you know what? Audiobooks are all over now. I'm probably double paying for this because I'm sure, like, I feel like Spotify absolutely has audiobooks now. And I feel like Amazon Prime has them too. I'm not 100% sure. So the book that I just said, that's called Sacred Woman. Oh, that's by Queen Afua. And this one is a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. I'm really behind in my reading. So, but I started listening to it, and honestly, I'm not even gonna tell you a lie. I'm only in the forward, and I'm sucked in, just in the forward. So, Sacred Woman, And when I do the edit, I'll add all these to here for you to see. And this one now that it's given us to read is Set Boundaries by Nedra Glover Tawwab. I hope I'm saying her name right. And this one is practical examples, clear guidance, authentic author narration, actionable strategies. So I love when they read their own book. In the struggle, speak up for what you need and experience the freedom of being truly yourself. Healthy boundaries, we all know we should have them in order to achieve work life balance, cope with toxic people, enjoying rewarding relationships with partners, friends, and family. But what do healthy boundaries mean? Really mean? And how can we successfully express our needs and say no and be assertive without offending others? She's also a licensed counselor and a relationship expert. So this is really going to be good. And she's one of the most influential therapists on Instagram. So go follow her. I'm going to follow her right now. Nedra Glover Tawwab. Let me see. We all need to be able to heal properly. I promise y'all. Nedra. There we go. All right. So I'm following her now. Oh, she has a set boundaries workbook too. She has a set boundaries workbook, drama free. She has a few books. So go follow her. Her name is Nedra Nedra. She's on Instagram, Nedra Tawwab. Tawwab. Nedra Tawwab. She's a two-time New York Times best-selling author, licensed therapist, relationship and boundaries expert. Wow, a boundaries expert. Okay, girl. So yeah, get into that. We definitely need to read that. I love that. All right. So yeah, that's about it. Make sure we set our boundaries that are essential for our mental, emotional, and spiritual health. They allow us to show up fully without depleting ourselves. We definitely have to learn how to focus on, yes, the boundary expert, right? Understand what triggers discomfort or stress. All right. And she's going to help us do that. Help us communicate clearly and respectively, because that's hard. I had a hard time yesterday with somebody, and I handled it though. I really wanted to lash out, but I handled it. It's because she's miserable. So I was able to just be like, yeah, she's miserable, so don't feed into that. It's going to help us stay consistent with our limits, let go of guilt, because a lot of times we have guilt by not saying yes, and it's going to help with that. And will help us seek support if needed. So definitely, again, therapy. I'm always going to talk about it. Always going to talk about it. What is one area in your life where you need to set a boundary? I want to know about that. I want to hear about that in the comments. How will setting this boundary improve your well being? That's something for us to really think about. What is one area in your life where you need to set a boundary? I can think of several, but definitely one. All right. And how will setting this boundary improve your well being? Boundaries are not about keeping others out, they're about honoring yourself. I want you guys to start with one healthy no this week and watch how powerful it turns. One healthy no. No, I'm not doing that, whatever it may be. If you found all this information valuable, please subscribe to the podcast. Let your friends know about it. Also, again, about my book, it's going to be coming soon. It should have been done last night, but now they're telling me it'll be done tonight. So the minute it's done, I'll be back on here talking about it. Also, the viral body butter is killing it. So if you have not, I have now. I've stepped up the game, and I have added um, thermal packaging because it's a butter, it's natural, and it will melt. So for those of you that have ordered from me out of state, don't worry. The next time it shows up, it will be intact. It's also maybe a little chilly when it shows up because now I have them. I'm keeping them in the fridge. I don't want you to keep them in the fridge when you get home though. One of the girls was like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep it." You are hilarious, Ladybug. One of the girls told me she's gonna keep it in the fridge. I'm like, "No, girl, don't keep it in the fridge. I only kept it in the fridge because once I make them. But I don't like mine in the fridge. I like mine when I get it. Once I do it, I don't put it in the fridge. Only just to ship you. So if you guys do have it in the refrigerator, don't leave it in the refrigerator. It's much better outside the refrigerator. I don't want anything tough. So get your viral body butter. It's there for you. Take a look. Make sure you're subscribing to the podcast. Also, if you are a Neptune, you are too cute with all these little gadgets. Too cute. If you are a Neptune High School alumni from classes 1990 to 1999, we are having our mega reunion June 6th through the 8th. We're having a flash sale. I am the representative for class of 1994. So I need for you all to, if you haven't purchased your tickets, please go purchase your tickets. There is a link pinned on my Facebook page. So that first pinned post has all the information that you need to purchase your tickets. So please do that. Also, if you have any people that are dearly departed, we have our list, but you never know. You may forget some people. So if you have anybody that has died recently and you want to make sure they're included, please find out who the representative is for that class and make sure they have that. Make sure they have a good picture. I don't want to do a yearbook picture. Some people I have to, people haven't responded back, and that's what I have to do. So I appreciate you guys so much. Please, please, please keep supporting the journey. Purchase that body butter. Self-care starts with you, and you are very supple after you use it. I also have bigger jars. So I have the travel size. I have the 3-inch travel size, the 6-inch full size, and then the 10-inch. Because I know myself, I breeze through those body butters. I love them so much. So thank you so much, guys. Please tune into our podcast on Sundays. We Are Not Okay. The one we did last night was amazing. It was, we're talking about symbolism and I'm going to say the wrong name, but we're talking about how, you know, we are lied to as far as what we have been learned to believe since we were trafficked over here. So we talk about how last night we talked about how there's no proof of anybody in any of these biblical figures that we've never seen. We've never seen any kind of historical situations of the people in the Bible. Whereas there's plenty of Egyptian writing, there's plenty of things that we see, but it's a really, really, really good episode. It's part one of it, but it's definitely not gonna stop at part two. I told him, we need to really make this a whole season of information because it's too much information to put into 1 or 2 episodes. So stay tuned for that. You're so cute with all those things. I don't even know how to do all that, Ladybug. I really don't. I love you for that. But guys, thank you so much for joining in, and take care of yourself. Remember, setting boundaries is an act of love. All right, I'm done there. All right.